Welcome back. Today we're going to be working on this old girl. This is a 1964 D17 Allis Chalmers. Little history on what's going on here. We just had the injector pump rebuilt. This thing hasn't ran in about 15 years. It blew a head gasket, and we was forever getting to it. We got the head gasket and stuff changed, and it had locked up in between times. So it sat for years and years and years. And a few years ago, I got it freed up. I wound up having to take the head and stuff back off, and it took me about a year of soaking it and everything to finally get it broke loose. But I did get it broke loose and put a new head gasket and stuff on it. Once I got it all broke loose and everything back going, we realized that the injector pump was bad. And the sad part is right before the head gasket blew the first time, Dad had just had the injectors and the injector pump rebuilt. But what we was told is where it is set for so long, the diesel has gelled and varnished like inside the pump and not made it work. So we had to have it rebuilt. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is see if we can't get this pump put on and see if I can get it started after 15 years. So Dad went and picked this pump up yesterday. We've got a guy that does a lot of our pumps and things. And he's really good and cheap. But I'm going to see if I can get this thing on. So these pumps, this is a Master. This is a Master pump. These pumps, there's really no timing to them. The only thing that you've got to worry about on timing, see if I can get this in here where you can see it. Maybe better off using my flashlight. If you can see down in there, you see the little dot there on the bottom. There's a little dot on the end of this shaft right here as well, and you just got to line them dots up. If you don't, it'll just be 180 out. So there's really, you don't have to worry about timing the motor or anything. You just gotta line them dots up. This one's on the top. We'll get that lined up. Now these gaskets right here, these seals, cone shape. One goes one way, one goes the other. And what I'm trying to get off here now, this one keeps the diesel in the pump. And this one keeps the oil out of the pump. This is about the hardest part of it all. Put me a little oil on there where it'll slide on there better. This tractor was bought brand new by my great-grandfather on my mother's side. And then when the farm and stuff sold, my papa, which is my dad's dad, bought it, and we've had it ever since. But it's a 1964 D17 Series 4 with a 6-cylinder diesel in it. And I think I'm telling you this right. Dad looked up back of this and the D17 diesels is rare. If my memory serves, when he done his research, I think he said they was 75,000 of D17s it was made. And I'm pretty sure he said it was either 12,000 or 15,000 that was diesel. The rest of them was gas. This thing has the narrow front end on it. We wish it had a wide, but that's kind of a rarity too. Dad actually bought a it was kind of a sight unseen deal. It was an online auction, and he thought this other tractor's got a loader on it, and he thought that it was a D17 wide front, and he didn't give much for it, with hopes that it was a D17. Well, it wound up being a D14, where the loader bracket come down through here. In the pictures you couldn't see what size it was, and that was really all you could see was just kind of the style and the body of it. But it's a D14 gas. And surprisingly, it don't run too bad. It needs a water pump. It's leaking. Water pump's leaking, but the hydraulics is stout on it. Now comes the fun part. We've got to make sure that this cup don't fold back like that when we're putting this back on. There ain't a whole lot of room in here. Started. So tight right here. I didn't take this pump off. Dad took it off. So I gotta figure out how he wiggled it out of here. Whoop. See right there? Really gotta watch that. I'm actually leave that up a little. Well, it looks like it did. So yesterday we sold some cattle. And I said in the ending of the video we were supposed to get a bunch of storms. Yesterday when we got back, it started raining, and between about 10:30ish, 11 o'clock yesterday morning till about midnight last night, we got roughly an inch of rain, and there's a little bit of wind, but nothing major. A couple rumbles of thunder, nothing major. But now, to the people to the south of us, down in Georgia and Alabama, them places was hit hard with tornadoes. I was keeping track of what all was happening, and my heart goes out to those people. We was in a tornado warning for a few hours. But nothing ever come of it here. Now to the kind of the southwest of us, down in Albany, Monticello area, there was a tornado warning there for about probably 30 minutes. I don't know what come of that. To the northwest of us, in Springfield area, there was a tornado warning for a little while. I don't know what come of that. But it didn't do. Oh, somebody's rounded that nut off. It didn't do what they said it was going to do. So that was a good thing. The one tornado that I was watching on the TV on a live stream on radar was in Georgia late last night around midnight. I'm trying to think of what that town was called. Newton, maybe? Noonan. And I reckon it hit there pretty bad. I think I seen this morning they was considering it a 3 or 4 maybe. That nut's a booger. I'm going to come back to that. when somebody else takes something loose and you're trying to put it back together, it makes it difficult. Because you don't know how everything laid and went in. That one should go there. And that one should go there. And you got this one. So this is one thing about these pumps that are a pain. I put a couple of them on. Some there somewhere. You got these bolts. These are your injector bolts that hold your lines onto the pump with a banjo fitting. You got the little washers, them are your seals. And like back in there, where you can just barely see, you gotta get this in there. And they're never easy. Never. So it did come with new washers for that. That's them there. The problem is like back in there is getting your bolt in there and then getting your washer in there when you can barely see in there. And getting things tightened up and started without cross threading. Dad told me he'd take it off if I put it back on. I think he got the better deal. These are just bad. Bad design here. If I can get this one, the rest of them won't be as hard. I'm missing an injector. There it is. Dude. Maybe get that in there. So it's like this. I didn't take it off. It's got to go around this pump. But I don't know. wouldn't surprise me if it didn't come off when he took the pump off. And he probably did, because this has got to go around this pump and go to this injector. And he's took it loose. I guarantee you, he's took it loose up here from the injector to get the pump out. And this is why I don't like doing things when I didn't take it loose. I don't think there's no way I'm going to be able to get this in there without bending the line. There's no way. I'm going to have to come back to you on that. I'm going to call him and see how he done that, but I say what I said is how he did it. Okay, I'm back. I called him, and he wasn't 100%. It's been so long since he's had it off, took it off, that he couldn't remember. Well, that ain't good. But, anyway. I've got it now, so. I've got the pump on. It's tight. I've got all the injector lines on. They're tight. Well, I said they're tight. They're loose. I'm gonna leave it loose until I get it cranking good. But and this is liable to leak, but I'm gonna try it. This rubber's getting pretty sad looking. I guess I've stole the settling bowl at some point. So I wound up robbing the settling bowl off that D14 I was talking about. So I've got that on. I've got all the injector lines are hooked up. Now then, see if I can get fuel through the filters, which I've got. So these injector lines, I'm going to tighten all of them up, but just one or two over here that's easy to get to. That way when it does get to cranking, it will bleed the air out. I do have to put some coolant in it. See how big of a mess I can make. So I got me a different battery, and try that and see if it cranks a little faster. Can't breathe. That's awful. But she's running. First time in over 15 years. Can't see nothing back through there. I'm hoping it'll clear up here in a minute. Part of it running bad, smoking so bad too, it's got old fuel in it too. I can get this stuff out of here moved. I got to move this old tractor here. My mom has took on a new hobby. She's fooling with bees, so I got to move this stuff to get it out. There, she's cleaning up now. Yeah, boy. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can get this stuff moved out of here. See if I can get it pulled out. So me and Chris have been pedaling on this tractor, and we had to adjust the valves and change some rubber lines and things that was rotten. But it's still trying to smoke just a little bit, and it's still got a mist to it whenever you rev it up. But like I said, this thing, the motor was stuck, and it's been sitting for about 15 years. So it's getting better. We think the rings are starting to set back in it. And, but it's running pretty good now. I drove it around here a little while ago, and it had pretty much quit that smoking, and it had pretty much quit the mist. So I'm going to get some sea foam and stuff and dump in the tank, and maybe it'll clear up. I've got this hood on. I've not got this side on yet because the battery that I've got for now is just sticking in there. But it's running pretty good, considering, like I said. See how she starts back. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. And we've got to get a battery for it, different muffler. Something we had laying around, just sticking on there because that old straight pipe was so loud you couldn't hear yourself think. But anyway, we got to get a battery for it, get a muffler, and a couple little odd and end things, and then we're going to try to pedal fart around with it and use it some this summer. But anyway, that's going to do it. Like the video, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.